would say this. I used to call myself a street athlete. I used to say play the streets the same way I do any game to win. You understand? Here's the thing. It's just us.
Just Us Pod, episode 52.
52.
And another weekend, we do have a special guest, Mr. Fred from Northshore, Eastside area. Introduce yourself, good brother. Let them know who you are.
Hey, what's going on, man? Fred here. Some may know me as Freddy too, but who I am is Uncle Fred. You understand what I'm saying? Uncle Fred to our community, to our kids, and to the families around, man. Good to see y'all. Blessings. It's love to be here on this show with y'all, man. I want to say appreciate you all for your service and everything that y'all giving us as an Eastside community. It's just community on the podcast, you know what I'm saying, all together.
Just Us Pod, man, a pod for the people, bro.
Well,
Really
I ain't never felt like
y'all.
that on no introduction, you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
Well, that's the love y'all give me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I feel when I came in here, man. A
sure.
warm embrace, man. For real.
Man, you sent us something, man. A young brother lost his life. Was it last night?
Yeah, man, that was last night. Man, I really appreciate you, bringing that up and giving this time on your podcast. You know, young VZ, man, we coached him with Houston Pride, and great kid, man, great kid. Always does what he needs to do and what he's supposed to do. You know, I don't know the details, so I don't want to say too much. However, I do know it was an unfortunate situation where I believe it was said to be a drive-by. You understand what I'm saying? They said the car supposedly had multiple kids in it, young teenagers, and, man, it's just such a unfortunate situation. I just want to send my condolences to the family, the whole North Shore, Eastside community, Houston Pride community, man, because we all love that kid, man. And, we all have kids, have nephews or anything. I mean, some of that sort. And I actually lost a nephew last March, right there on the east side. Played ball for North Shore at a point in time with Houston Pride. So my heart goes out to that. Really goes out to their family.
Man, that's I can relate to that on a lot of different levels because, being an advocate for youth sports and being a coach for youth sports and having these kids at your home all the time, man, and trying to make sure that they do the right things and be in the right spots at the right times, man. You always got that feeling, man. When this kid leave me, I don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And I get kids all the time from these neighborhoods and these different areas, whether it be CUNY homes, whether it be South Park, whether it be A-Leaf, man, all over the city, man. And you get these situations and their backgrounds and you understand what they're going through and you just take to them. And when you said that, man, I felt a certain kind of way about that, bro.
Right.
And for you to say he was a good kid and always did the right things,
really was.
Big shout out, big condolences to his family as well.
For sure. And it's tough, right? Because as much as these kids that you want to guide the right way, this is a prime example of we need to do more. Yeah. Right? Like, not to this kid's speaking to this kid in particular, but the kids on, let's say, the opposite side of it, right? Like, we not telling these kids or we not guiding these kids enough, bro. And we've spoken about this on previous episodes where maybe it's because we're just now figuring out how to be the OG. Yeah, exactly. We ain't have a great example of an OG.
There you go.
So we're figuring it out, and I think we need to get that ball rolling quicker and faster.
100%, man. Pace. And for a long time, our age group was shying away from the OG title so much because we were still trying to be out here doing what they doing. You know what I'm saying? So the title really, we supposed to take it and we never stepped in it. So now they being each other OGs. You got OGs that's 20, 21, 22. They young. Man, these kids 15, 16 looking up to somebody who just left high school with them.
Somebody that don't even have it figured out themselves.
Ain't seen nothing, ain't been through nothing, ain't experienced nothing.
Nothing at all.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly what, Dennis just spoke on. That's exactly how I feel. Like, I don't feel like we did our part. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm saying that for me personally because I've been there.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I've been at their age. I've been that team where I told myself, man, I wish one of these old dudes would.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I had it figured out. You understand what I'm saying? I felt like I knew enough that I was going to do what I wanted to do. Yeah. And I'm speaking to that kid that's on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Of that gun. You understand?
100%.
The one that's on the other side of doing wrong. That's
the ones we need to tap into.
Exactly.
I 100% agree with you, bro. Them the ones that we definitely need to tap into. What's going on in your life that's causing you to be on the other side of that trigger, pointing at a kid that has a bright future or that's trying to do something right? You know what I'm saying? I don't know exactly what that answer is, but like Dennis said, like you just said, Fred, we definitely got to tap into it and continue to follow. Like you said, you've been a youth advocate. You've been out here helping these kids. I know you always helping whomever you can help. And like I just said, I'm out here trying to be an advocate, be a youth leader, and take care of these kids. Yeah, 100%.
You're doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You fresh from it.
Yeah.
Just to be told.
Fresh from it.
You
fresh
from it. You understand what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah.
To come here, to come give your time, to give more service, to bring some awareness to something that is an issue.
Yeah,
this is an issue. You understand what I'm saying? And it does not matter who the parents are.
Nope.
You can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer, you can be a pastor. We all know somebody from each background that we know tried their best to do what they could for their child.
Yep.
Yeah. So what else is it that can be done? You understand what I'm saying? And that's why I feel that we have to attack. You understand? Yeah. Through losing my nephew last year, that's what I got the idea from. Like, you know what? We need to not only just reach out to these kids, not just, be there for them to go to sports and bring them places and all that, but we need to tap into their mind.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because, everybody ain't an athlete.
Nope.
So it's you can go the route of being a coach. You can help those kids that are athletes, but how many people we know that never played any ball and be out in them streets? It's how do we get to those kids? Yeah. How do we get to them? It's
a widespread issue.
For sure.
But as long as we got men like us sitting in these seats talking about it, and a portion of what we do can reach somebody. Just one kid, one advocate, bro, and he can make it out. As cliche as it may sound, we did our part.
Right.
We did our part.
But it's exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
You just touched on a vital point. I'm talking about, you said what we do.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because it's so many people. I was once one.
Yeah.
I was once one. I knew how to say the right things.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what examples am I setting within
my
walk?
There you go.
You understand what I'm saying? So they can actually see, man, Uncle Fred changed his life.
Yeah.
Uncle Fred was out here. We heard stories of Uncle Fred out here hustling.
Yeah.
We heard stories of Uncle Fred dealing with people who killed. We heard stories of Uncle Fred dealing with people that was in robberies, running plays. You understand what I'm saying? To be able to see, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Dennis. You know what I'm saying? To be able to see, you know what I'm saying, you out there with the kids.
Yeah.
And they gonna want that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't have a father. Some of them don't have a father figure. They're gonna want that. You're doing.
You gotta be able to show and tell. You can't just talk. You gotta be able to be in a position that a kid can say, yeah, I seen what you've been through. You've told me what you've been through. Now I see where you at. So I can believe what you're saying.
Right.
I can go the route you're saying because you actually doing it.
Yeah.
And that's why I bring these kids into my home.
Yeah.
And I ain't saying I'm no rich man. I ain't got no whole lot. But when they come to my home, they see it's family. It's a family. It's family oriented. And they understand, man, at least if anything, I can get here.
Yeah.
At least if anything, I can get here. But I want to stay on this right quick.
They gonna feel the love.
They gonna feel the love.
Yeah.
Man, you was talking about yourself a little bit, and I did a little research, and Ken put me up on game. Man, you was a part of a big time program at Northshore when y'all did a bunch of winning, man.
Yeah, I mean that's what we do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
See, that's why I was scared to even say that.
Yeah. That's what we do, man.
But I'm talking specifically about your time there, man, and I want to know about. What was that like? Did you really understand what was going on during the times of Northshore when y'all was doing and winning? How did it feel? What did y'all go through? What was the mindset amongst you and other players?
And also, I would like to compare what you seen that you went through playing for Northshore then versus what you see today with these kids playing for Northshore?
Wow. Well, I can be totally honest with you. I was not conscious of what was going on as far as us winning.
That's why I asked the question,
You
because a
understand
lot
what
of
I'm
kids
saying?
normally not. So, yeah.
I was not conscious of it. What I mean by that is, man, big ups to Coach Amon, big ups to Coach K, big ups to them guys, because what they did is they implemented a system into our way of thinking that made us believe that we could win because of the work that we put in. Man, I still say it today, ETRTW, earn the right to win. You have to earn it. They programmed that within our minds. So at that time, I ain't gonna lie to you, fam, I did not understand that we were winning because we worked harder than everybody.
Yeah.
You understand? We did that.
Yeah.
Every day. Man, the only times you got out at North Shore was Christmas break, you got spring break, and you got like a week between summer and summer workouts. Because you gotta be if we were not practicing over Thanksgiving break, we ain't do that.
I think now they eat Thanksgiving together.
You know
if
what I'm
I'm
saying?
mistaken, yeah.
Because that's the playout time. We ain't practicing over Thanksgiving break. We ain't did nothing.
Man.
You know, so to go along with what you're saying, to kind of implement that as an adult now, I see what he was doing.
Yeah.
You understand? He was programming our minds to do the things that we need to do to reach the goals that we had. You know what I'm saying? That we had set at the beginning of the season. That was to go to state.
Yeah.
Not just to go, but to win.
To win, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But no, I did not understand what was going on. And to answer your question, excuse me, to look at it now and see those kids going through it, I was like, wow. Now let me try to get to them where I missed.
Yeah.
Embrace all what's going on.
Yeah.
Structure your whole being around what you are doing right now on the football field. Program yourself to attack everything within your life with that same kind of intensity and enthusiasm. You understand?
That's
Because-
where it's at right there.
Exactly.
Boy, you just said a mouthful. See, if they take these mindsets about, like you just said, with the coach, with everything that they going through on the field, man, if you attack life with that,
Come on. Ooh.
bro, you know what kind of being you will be.
Come on, man.
And that's why I asked the question, because I know kids don't have the emotional intelligence to take it there.
You said
You know what I'm
something,
saying? They don't have it. And that's why I asked you that question, but you was about to pinpoint something.
Allow me to really hype up the Eastside for a second. I know how you get with
Right on. Do your thing. Do your
But,
thing.
So, what are you speaking to, right? This mindset of the athlete, from what Coach Amon does or Coach K did. And like, what's really interesting is that this is not only the mindset of an athlete on the East Side anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on,
so
preach now.
I played middle school, right?
Yeah.
After that, okay, I was worried about girls.
Yeah.
I stopped. I never lost that though.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like you had to figure out if you was in that locker room, if you was at the park, if you was in Pine Trails hooping, if you was at North Shore Park playing baseball, whatever it was, bro.
Yeah.
If you just in Walmart, bro, like on the East Side, you have to have some type of dog in you to get
Come on now.
to really show, because the East Side is looked over.
Yeah.
It's just people today finding out what the East Side is.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, come through between New 90 and the Beltway now.
Right.
That's stripped down Watersville.
Yeah.
And this is home.
And to piggyback off what you said, that's a gift and a curse. The reason why I say so is because, to be totally honest, like when we moved to the East Side in the 90s, the East Side, well, when we speak of the East Side, I'm going to say North Shore area. And when I start speaking of that, people, they can do their own demographics of how they want to say it.
Hey,
You
no, to be
understand?
clear, not Channel View. Let's be very clear.
Don't do
Stop at the Beltway.
Don't do Channel View
No,
like
I'm
that.
just gonna say there's a lot of love
Jalen Hurts
for
out there doing his thing.
No, we got
he
love
from
for
the East Side.
him. We got love for him. We got a lot of love for him. It's
Yeah.
the East. But I'm saying when I speak specifically of this, is just me.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I walked, I strolled those demographics.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Normandy all the way to the Beltway.
Okay.
Pretty much is North Shore.
North Shore
you know
area.
what I'm
I got
saying? Wallaceville to I-10.
Got you.
Basically, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Maybe you can stretch far back as 90 now.
Yeah.
But what I mean by the gift and the curse is because these are people that moved from, like our family, our whole family, most from Fifth Ward.
Yeah.
You got people from Fifth Ward there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you got people from Homestead
yeah.
there. Then you got people from South Park there. Then you got people from Greenspoint.
From Pleasantville. From Clinton Park.
So everybody has come in to this
Y'all definitely built a
area.
great community of a lot of other communities, for sure.
And I
for sure.
that's
that's the part I love most about Northshore area, Eastside area, and what they built over there, because not everybody was born and raised over there, and y'all made it such family oriented. You know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy because, like, I'd say before 2000, ain't nobody claimed the Eastside.
Bruh.
I'll be very honest with that.
Hey,
it wasn't until like that 01, 02, like this is where you started being proud to be from the
People
Eastside.
condemn me for going out on a limb and saying that.
But
I'm going to say North Shore.
Yes.
I ain't going to lie.
Yeah.
Ville, Pleasantville, been what they is.
Hey, but Pleasantville will tell you,
FedEx,
we not from the Eastside.
Clint
We
Park.
Pleasantville.
Yeah, but I'm just
Denver
saying.
Harbor, Magnolia Park, all that.
They never said Eastside. They always said what y'all talking about. Pleasantville, Denver Harbor, all of those different things.
Yeah.
And to me, honestly,
It
even when
sound
you
weak though. I'm from North Shore. Like, nah, like, but it just sound weak.
Even for me though, like when I first, cause shout out Kirk O'Baines, that's around 06, 07. That's when, bro, I don't know what it was, but he just started shouting it out. Then he got it tattooed on him, and that tattoo got a whole bunch of like recognition. I'm like, the fuck is the East Side?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then they was like, exactly. And then they said North Shore. I'm like,
no, motherfucker.
when they said North Shore, I was like, oh shit, yeah, they gotta go. Cause I always know about football in North Shore. That's always been a thing. But East Side never been the connection. You know what I'm saying?
See, that alone, that's why I say the gift and the curse, because you know why? No recognition is what caused us to go to these clubs. And when we went to these clubs, like, oh, they ain't respecting who we say we are?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to show them how to respect us.
Yeah.
So we did the fighting and whatever else went along with it. You understand?
Yeah.
And we're not glorifying that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But that's why I say the curse come in, because we are the start of a lot of this stuff that's going on now.
100%.
Now if you go around the city, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
A lot of us don't want to talk about it. We always want to talk, man, these youngsters don't have no respect. They don't have no,
we ain't have none.
It's a gap there. Nobody is showing them how to do it right.
Yeah.
But guess what? We started this. The ones that were a little bit before us and us, we carried on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We fighting Vince Young, them, and you know what I'm saying? Everybody from the South Side, we go to these clubs and whatever, what else was along with that.
It's crazy you said Vince Young. It's crazy you said Vince Young, because ultimately, y'all got there.
Yeah.
And then Vince did it to you.
Yeah, he did. I'm going to give him that.
Yeah.
But it was a lot going on with that.
Let's talk about it. Tell us about it, man. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. So tell us about it.
Who's on North Shore's team that year?
Some of the standouts.
That played?
Okay.
Hold on.
Well,
wait.
Okay. Let's get to it then. Since you said it, I'm gonna start with the captain of the team, which is now the head coach of North Shore.
Okay.
My boy Wanky, Willie Gaston. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Willie, he was
dog.
Dog.
A dog.
Willie was a dog.
Ain't
You
gonna lie,
understand
dog.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then we had in the backfield, we had probably the best running back tandem in the state of Texas at that time. We had a guy named Kevin Moore. And we had Harold Lester. Harold Lester. He was the Derrick Henry of the game back then.
Hey, boy, that big old boy.
You understand what I'm saying? And then we had somebody who I still feel was ahead of the game at receiver. You understand? His name Chad McCullough.
Yeah.
Chad was a beast. Chad was a 5'8", 5'9" beast. You understand what I'm saying? You throw it in the air, ain't no telling what he gonna catch you with.
Tyreek Hill type.
Man, not just Tyreek Hill. You understand what I'm saying? He'll run past you. But I'm just saying, whoever you say had the best hands in the league, he was that guy.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Whoever you say,
Whoever
you say was the,
Chad wouldn't like.
Chad was like 5'9".
Bruh, in my head,
He feel like he was 6'6".
bruh,
He played like he was
because he played like
kids,
that.
see, that motherfucker was 6'6", bro. You
Because he
couldn't
played
tell me
like that.
otherwise.
He
played
played
like that.
big. You
Yeah,
understand
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One of the best route runners at that time that we had seen. You understand what I'm saying? You know, on the defense, you had Steven James, you had Bug Amon, you had Ricky Cox, Norman Mingo, Chris Bocard, Trey, you know what I'm saying? Terrell Clark, Man, even Jolivet contributed at the time. You know what I'm saying? We had a bunch of them. Me, Fred Evans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You had, you had a bunch of us that was on that team.
Damn.
You understand? And like I say, it was a lot of outfield stuff that was going on too.
Yeah.
At that time, we were young.
Yeah.
And a lot of us had girlfriends that were over there at Madison. So that's what made it
what it
even
was.
more of a battle on the field.
Fave, to give you some context to this, right? All these guys that he's naming, yeah, you hear their names, this, that, whatever, but you don't only hear them at school. You hear them in the streets, too.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear, man, I ain't gonna say such, you know, this is that. So it's like, it's a very interesting thing to look at. Like, these same guys, because, again, I'm 3 years younger, right? So, hearing
JJ Greenleaf, my bad. I forgot my bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Went to school with Marcus. Yeah. Anyway, so, but, like, just listening to what they was doing outside of that and to see, oh, shit, y'all home. Y'all at the Astrodome.
Bro,
y'all playing.
You know
DY.
what? You know what's crazy? Vince Young then was the same. You know, I'm a Southside baby. All them dudes was the same.
Yeah.
Bro, y'all was kids, bro. So y'all did what kids do. Y'all was still out here in these streets. Y'all was still out here in the hood. Like, y'all had made it.
Yeah.
So y'all was doing things that kids do, teenagers do, and y'all was really, people don't understand how fast, like, y'all was adults for real in high school.
Right.
Around y'all time.
Yeah.
They was really for real adults already. Parents was around, but bro, y'all was really for real adults. So that's what people.
Doing some adult
that's
things.
what you feel I'm saying. That's what people don't realize. So when they get on that on the football field, it's like, damn, they live, they cold, but probably as soon as they leave that night, they going to do some wild shit that you would never think they doing.
Say, man, I plead the fifth.
See what I'm saying?
I plead the fifth because I was right in that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying? And,
I was around it, bro. I seen it,
I was right in it. And, man, I've been around Northshore football since Northshore football made its name. Since Tiki Hardeman, Cedric Carmel, you know what I'm saying? My brother, Ellie Sevens, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All them guys were there. You understand what I'm saying? And I seen us climb to where we started getting respect on the field. And I seen and heard the stories of how they was going to these clubs and getting into it with these other sides of towns. And like you say, doing adult things.
Man,
it was really some adult things,
Bro,
you understand?
it was
what I'm
real
saying?
out there, man. For
Like,
real.
back in 2000, I came up with a name. You can all, you can, do your research. Some other people say this. I used to call myself a street athlete. I used to say play the streets the same way I do any game to win. You understand?
That's tough. I like that.
It was so many of us that identified with that. I'm talking about people that even wasn't from North Shore identified like street athlete, because even in the NFL, I'm just be totally honest. And I hope I ain't pimping the hand on nobody. Everybody know.
Yeah.
Man, there's some guys that live a double life.
100%.
You understand what
we
I'm
done
saying?
seen it play out
It's
100
thin-
different times.
Exactly.
Bro, it go hand in hand, though.
It's a thin line.
It's very thin. And when I say thin, you damn near can't see it.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
telling you,
for real.
for
though.
real.
For real. It's a very thin line. And, I feel like this. If a guy has not had someone to take him under their wing and to tell him, hey, man, you're going to have to cut that out.
You're going to have to choose.
Man, if he has never stopped and corrected in the things that he is doing in the streets while he is still being an athlete, he will continue to do those things until something detrimental happens.
100%.
You understand? So, full circle goes back around to us, like what you doing, to stop these guys from doing all that. Because now, hey, look, you the coach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Coach gonna be upset with me, man, if I do this in the street, because I'm at his house eating up his peanut butter jelly sandwiches,
right.
his oatmeal
Motherfucking
pies,
right.
and you know what I'm saying? Cookies and cream.
Motherfucking right.
Every weekend. You know what I'm saying? Coach ain't going for it when he see me.
no,
You
you got
understand
that
what
right.
I'm saying?
All the toilet paper.
Shit.
Same way when they see me, man, Uncle Fred, man, you know what I'm saying, man, Uncle Fred see us out here doing this and doing that. And that's why, I thank God that he has me, you know what I'm saying, on the path that I'm on now, because now they can see it instead of just hearing me say it. You understand? Man, Uncle Fred, not only is he telling us to do right, I see him walking it, because I ain't gonna lie, I do have a lot of influence within our community with those kids. That's where the name Uncle Fred comes from.
Yeah.
From my nephew and them, DJ D-Lo, the one that passed last year. And again, that.
And I commend you on that, brother. I really do, man. And let's move past high school days, North Shore days, and let's go to adult life a little bit. And you mentioned, you have been away, to prison and stuff like that. If you feel comfortable talking about why you went to prison and how was your time in prison and what did it teach you or what did you learn or how was that whole experience?
Man, it was a time that I didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But I'm all the way comfortable because I'm moving with a purpose now. You understand what I'm saying? I have my mind made up. And being there allowed me that time to rehabilitate myself. You know what I'm saying? And people say, man, jail don't rehabilitate you. Right. Yeah. You have to make a decision. Yeah. And I made a decision. You understand what I'm saying? Through the circumstances that was going on, I said, man, how can I change all the circumstances, everything that's going on with me? It's not outside of me. And that's why I had to figure out it's something that's going on within my mind. Yeah. So I took the time to focus on my mind because I was at a point where, like I said, I've hustled in the streets. You understand what I'm saying? I went through a time where I maybe blew $50,000 in 1 month gambling. You know what I'm saying? Doing other things. You know what I'm saying? People ain't paying back. It was a really detrimental time to where I started to lose my mind, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you this from somebody who has recovered from the things that could have been detrimental to my life. Man. That took me down, who took the personality of the person who I was totally from me. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? With people that were with, man, y'all seen Fred? That's crazy. Man, Touted lost his mind. Yeah. He done this. He done that.
Was you conscientious of it during that time, or like you said, I really damn near lost my mind? Did you understand it during that time, or it took you going away to really say, man, I was really losing my mind?
Not at all. Not during the time. Yeah. I'm really thinking.
You just going.
Man, I'm going. Man, I be totally honest with you and tell you that, man, I woke up and used to say, either I'm going to take somebody's life or they going to take mine. You understand what I'm saying? That's how bad it had got. The paranoia had set in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Thoughts of things I did, in the past had set in. Yeah. So it had took a toll on me, bro. That was my mindset. I felt like I had a good enough family support that where my son would be good. Yeah. If something detrimental happened to me to where I was just taken off of this earth. So I was totally out of my mind. And it wasn't until, I had the opportunity to sit down. And once I sat down, and 2 weeks later, I get this news about my nephew. Say, man, DJ, he died last night. Say, he what?
And you was gone away.
I was gone. Say, yeah, man, the Jack in the Box right there on Wallaceville and Uvalde.
Damn. Exactly what you talking about.
Right. Say, yeah, man, kids shot at them. Friend of them get shot 6 times, and while he supposedly trying to up the tool or whatever, he got shot. He shot himself in the leg. He broke me, bro. Broke me, totally broke me. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is a nephew that I raised like a son at one point in time. Yeah. You understand? Like my oldest child. Yeah. And days had passed, weeks had passed. I really couldn't sleep. But then, God came to me and said, so what are you going to do? Because you can't sit here and mourn and grieve forever. There's 1 million DJs out there. There's 1 million more kids out there.
That need you.
That need me. Yeah. That need us. Now that we sitting here talking, though, for real, that need us.
For real.
So what are you going to do? So in memory of his name, you understand, like they call him D-Lo out there, he had gave me something because I had started searching myself. Yeah. I started searching, trying to find me. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And not to get all on the biblical side or religious side.
Talk about it.
I read something that said, I read Matthew 6:33 say, seek ye first the kingdom of God.
Yes, indeed.
You feel me? And all his righteousness. And every time I tried to look up something that said anything about the kingdom, I looked up kingdom. It mentioned the temple. I looked up the temple. You understand? I started looking up what it meant by it. Said, we are the temple. It started talking about the thoughts. It started talking about the mind. You understand? And all these things have everything to do with who we really are. You know what I'm saying? This produces the character, our thoughts, and the way that we use our mind. You know what I'm saying? Our mind is just an instrument.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? To nurture our development. You know what I'm saying? That's something that he gave me. So once I start doing that, I say, you know what, I need to become emotionally intelligent so I can start controlling my reactions and my responses. And so by doing that, I say, okay, so what is my goal for myself? And I say, my goal for myself is to take back my mind. Because I lost it. So I began to do everything to take back my mind. Man, I ain't listened to no radio while I was in there. You understand? Now they got tablets in prison. If y'all ain't heard. I ain't looking at no videos. Yeah. I even practice what they call sex transmutation. We all know, we grown man, man. We all know, you know, in jail, you ain't got no woman. I wasn't doing none of that. You ain't doing none of that.
All retention, you ain't doing none of that.
I ain't do none of that.
How long was you down?
Man, this last time, a year.
So how many times have you been gone away?
3.
3 times.
3.
And a year was the longest?
Nah, 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah.
So I want to ask, what was some of the, was it TWC, was it state? What kind of prison?
It was our TDC.
TDC,
yeah,
okay.
It was our TDC.
What's one of the craziest things you've seen while you was down?
Ooh.
That you could talk about.
That you could talk about. I mean,
he
sitting there talking with us, so he can talk about
us. We here, baby.
Yeah, clean cut.
What Jesus say? Come on,
come on, now looking good. Yeah.
That's old news.
So what's some of the craziest things you've seen while down there that made you say, man, I ain't trying to come back here?
Man, I've seen the guy get hit in the back of the head. His head split open with a fan motor. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by that, we have these little fans, these little personalized fans that you can buy off commissary. And the guy had took the fan apart, wrapped the fan motor up, you know what I'm saying, in a big old sock. And, you know, once they rolled the doors, he took care of business. He hit the guy in the back of the head with the fan motor. And the reason why I say that was one of the wildest things is because it came unexpected, you know. And I know you're in prison. You got to expect these things. But the guy who it happened to, it was unexpected. You understand what I'm saying? I've seen the riots. Yeah. And I've seen guys be stabbed up. You understand? I've seen guys like now, down there, they have this tomb. Tune just totally took over the prison system, man.
That's the fake weed?
The fake weed, but it's not even that. It's a spray, you know what I'm saying, that they spraying on the paper and they smoking it. Wow. You know what I'm talking about? You seeing guys slumped over in corners. You understand what I'm saying? I'm saying you seeing dudes who was probably what we call players out here in the world. Guys who taking care of their business. That tune taking them fast down there. That's crazy. But you got others who, you know, they getting it in off of it. They making their money off of it. But that ain't what I see. My understanding of seeing it, I'm like, man, we destroying each other. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We destroying each other's mind. You got these kids and these other people thinking this cool. Yeah. Like, it's so comfortable down there in prison. Man, I'm making money. I can get high. Nah. That is what allowed me even more so to say, nah, I need to take control of my mind. Because if I was like this,
be out of there.
Throwing up. Yeah. I'm throwing up. I'm slumped over. I'm shaking like a roach, a dead roach.
So let me ask you this question. You know, you hear the stories about how people do their time. How did you do that time? Did you do your time as an individual, or were you a part of? You know, I know people you got to get in this car. You got to be a part of this game. You got to be. How did you do your time?
Man, I did my time. I did my time with me. Yeah, with me and God. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just the total honest truth. I don't run with no gangs. I ain't in no cliques. None of that. I ain't do that out here, so I wasn't gonna do it now. I always. I mean, you know, I don't say this boastful or in a braggadocious way, but I've always stood on my own 10. You know, for real. Like I'm out on my own. You know what I'm saying?
Have
you know anything about me? I'm gonna do that.
Have you ever had to protect yourself enough because of any type of situation?
Oh, of course.
And they always say, I've heard these stories, man, I got 3 brothers, all of them have been down. I've been fortunate enough. I've had situations, but I ain't never had to actually go to TDC or state prison or nothing like that. But every last one of them at some point in a bid has had to protect themselves.
Oh, yeah.
And I've never heard a story or somebody who'd been down there and said they haven't had to protect themselves because of something. What was a reason you had to say, hey, man, look here, man, meet me behind this bunk, bro. We finna go and get it in.
Well, man, I have a thing that I've been having since a kid. I despise a bully.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Okay.
and even within that aspect of me despising a bully, I've had to check my own pride because I have put myself in situations that's not even my business.
Yeah.
You understand?
And that's the goodness in you, though.
Yeah, it's the goodness.
That's the
in me.
goodness in you, though.
But-
Even though you doing bad, that's still the goodness in
Right.
you. But go ahead.
Because I've had old school tell me before, he said, hey, youngster, you can't do your time like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like probably my second time. Right? It's like, you can't do it like that. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm seeing somebody trying to take advantage of somebody else. Or, you know, I've gotten some family business before. They like say, man, them bloods or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This, so you can't.
Leave that business alone.
Yeah, you can't do that. Man, look, man, this guy, y'all got 3 guys over here stumping him out his nose, bust up, he bleeding out a lot. Man, something got to stop it. I
Yeah.
stop it.
Yeah.
Now they want to come talk to me.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? They want to talk to me, but ain't nobody doing nothing.
Yeah, 'cause they-
And,
yeah.
you know, I stood for something to where other guys from other families, anytime something ever went on, because that happened a couple of times with me, you know, with the Bloods and before with the Houstones. You know, to where other guys come speak, say, nah, man, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all got a problem with 2, y'all gonna have to squash that because, you know, 2 good dude and he really stand on something.
Yeah.
I went through that problem with the Houstones because somebody that I consider a relative out here in the world.
Yeah.
We eat barbecues and everything because my cousin has kids with your sister.
Man.
So we family.
Yeah.
So we eat together, and they tell him they finna violate him. So when everybody come tell me, I say, nah,
We ain't doing that.
they ain't finna touch him.
That's family for real.
That's family for real.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
man, you
yeah,
can't
yeah.
do that. I say, man, ain't nobody finna touch him. Nah, family, let me, kinfolk, let me do it. I say, man, you better not let these people touch you.
Yeah.
You understand
Man.
what I'm saying? And so we had to sit down, and they didn't. You know, and I ain't saying that I'm just big and bad, but they didn't because I stood for something.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And like,
That's what I was getting to, though.
yeah.
And that's appreciated even in the world and when you're away. Standing on your own, standing for something, taking care of people, taking up for people. And that's why they ain't touching him. They're like,
Right.
man, this man ain't a part of no gang. He ain't a part of this, he ain't a part of that. But what he is, a family man.
Yeah.
And he righteous. Righteous men know righteous men, bro.
Right.
So
agree.
they knew your heart. They know you really ain't want no trouble, but they also knew if trouble come by my people, I'm coming too.
Right.
So they like, nah, we ain't gonna mess with nobody like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand that. I can feel somebody on that.
Yeah, you know, even though I'm a renewed man, I can speak about this time. Yeah, this gonna be funny to y'all. But I'm
You
gonna
say
tell
I'm a
you
renewed
about
man.
the honest God truth. This last time down, right? I was a youngster that was in there like that. I was actually on the phone, you know, and man, like I say, with this stuff that they got going on, these kids be trying to jump on the phone and, you know, get the money over to whoever they need to get the money over to so they can get their tune or whatever. So I'm on the phone and I'm talking to somebody. They sitting there telling me about they people that just passed. And so I'm like, man, I'm, you know, trying to console them. And I'm like, I'm like, man, I send my condolences. And, you know, man, I'm sorry, you know, praying for them and all that. Dude gets to screaming, man, school, y'all need to get off the phone. Man, I told y'all I need to. So I'm like, man, I'm steady ignoring them. Man, I'm finna get the punching on the arm. I promise I'm finna punch something down. Dude, about 6'5", youngster, about 6'5", right?
But he a youngster though.
Yeah, youngster.
You don't know what he got going. Okay.
Man, you know, he said, when he said that, I'm finna start, now my blood kind of boiling now. 'Cause he been doing this to all the other people in the tank. So I ain't gonna lie, I slide my little slides on. I ain't got no socks on. I slide them out. So he steady screaming. So if anybody know anything about the county, the wall is like right here. The little card on the phone is only about that long. He goes and lean up against the wall and start looking down at me. So I'm really burning up. So when my time is up on the phone, I hang up the phone, I say, hey, who you talking about? He said, I'm talking to you, school. Now, you know, I ain't going for it. Man, I swung with everything in me, man. God forgive me, I ain't glorifying it, but I hit the youngster in his mouth, man. I tore my ACL.
God
I hit him in his mouth and fell on his chest. I fall on his chest. I fall on his chest. He get to try to hit me like this.
Yeah.
So I had to wrap up his arms. When I wrap up his arms, I'm holding him like this. He's trying to slang me out for him. He trying to slang me. He said, hey, man, y'all get him up off of me. They say, man, you get him up out for you. He say, man, he's strong.
Yeah.
Man, when I tell you, bro, I held him as long as I could. It ain't never took the guards this long to get enough. Man, I held that youngster with everything in me.
Hey, you felt your knee messed
Man,
up.
I'm talking, I felt my knee twist and pop, and I'm holding him. I'm like, man, please, guards, come in here. Please come get this big old youngster before he been in, put, you know what I'm saying?
Came here, earned the right to win.
Earned the right to win.
I was sure trying to.
Oh my God, bro,
I'm
that's
trying
funny.
to tell you, I was sure trying to, man. But that was my last experience, man. And, you know, what came along with that was you ain't young, you ain't no spring chicken no more.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? My knee snapped out like that, you know. And within that tank where I was at that time, I was also doing some of the same things that I do out here.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt bad
because
I was like, yes, you praying with these guys. I'm calling prayer call at night. I'm talking to some of these guys. When these guys got issues, they, man, hey, Two, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know my name, Freddie Two. They call, hey, Two, man, can you pray with me, man?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got this issue going on. My baby mama or my mama got this going on. And so, you know, for me to do that, I felt bad even afterwards. Even though I felt disrespected, I felt bad. Yeah. You understand? Because I'm like, dang, that's not the example I want to set. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? I let my pride get in the way. I could have easily said, you know what? Just let this youngster have it.
He don't know what's going on. Let him have it.
You know.
So you say, before we move on to what we're going to talk about next, you say you've been now 3 times, right? Mm-hmm. What has your mindset transitioned to say, I ain't going down no more. We ain't doing that no more? Or what has given you light to say, that ain't what we on no more?
Man, I want better for me. You understand what I'm saying? I start to look inside of me. Say, man, what do I want out of life, bro? You understand what I'm saying? Like, what do I want? And my desire, my ultimate desire, I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about the houses. My ultimate desire, bro, is to show more love and add more life to anybody I come in contact with. Like, that's my desire. I have a passion. Yeah. I love to see people have something. I love to see people be happy. I love to see people be brave. You know what I'm saying? To go after what they want. I love to see this. Yeah. Just us part. You understand what I'm saying? Because y'all adding more life to people when they get these kind of episodes where y'all are speaking on something that they have went through. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? They can grab the jewels out of what y'all saying and say, man, they just hit on a topic, man, I need to hear something about. Yeah. You got to be behind no pulpit for somebody to learn from you.
100%, man. Say that.
You understand?
Man, talk.
And what y'all doing, y'all giving me, this is a service to me, man, because we sitting there, we spreading love, man. We vibing on the same frequency right now.
I love it,
you understand
bro.
what I'm saying? I know just us part going up. Man. You understand what I'm saying?
Say it again.
I know just us part going up.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm sitting in the conversation, but I'm visualizing, bro. This has been one of the best. Bro, this is a good one. Yeah. And we're gonna keep talking, but I just want to say that, bro, this is a good one, boy. Yeah. You, hey, man, you projecting in here, man. You doing your thing. I appreciate it.
Fave,
for real.
Fave, I don't think I've ever sat and stared at somebody talking.
You see me, bro, I didn't have
as long as I've done right now. Usually I'm back and forth. Here, I've been so tuned in.
Uncle Fred, I'm telling you, I didn't have to look right here while you talking. I'm like, man, I'm looking at this boy too. That man going.
Oh, okay.
You talking?
No,
you good though.
No, you straight.
You talking. You doing it, man. You. This is why we created this platform, man. Just us part for the people. Come on here and tell your stories because everybody don't have an outlet to go to, man. And this is what this is for.
Bro, these same type of conversations are what happened in pine trails, in the alleys, in the garages.
In the barbershops.
So that's in the barbershop. So that was literally the way that we came into this. Like, bro, it's just going to be, it's just us sitting
just
here.
us.
Shooting it.
Just
Come
us.
on now.
There it is. Bro. It's just us.
Yeah. It's natural. It's pure. There's nothing forced about any of this, man. We sometimes, we got to push the conversation for people to keep going. I don't think me and you have had to step in to push it nowhere because it's flowing exactly how we want it to flow.
A lot of people have a story. They just need somewhere to be able to let it out in.
For sure.
And that's what this is about. But I want to ask you, you know what I mean? And this is the part where we talk about ladies. You know, we start getting a little bit intimate or whatever. You know, you been married once or twice. You been married before?
Yeah, I've been married once, man.
So what was it? So divorced now?
Yeah, I am divorced.
How long we all married?
We were married 5 years.
That's a long time.
5 years.
That's a long time. Most people don't make it to what they say 3.
3. Yeah.
Most people don't make it to 3. So y'all made it to 5. So tell us about the beginning a little bit, how y'all met, or you know, if it's a safe space to.
Hey, man, it's all safe, man. Okay. Because it's our testimony now.
Right on.
I'm going up just us Paul. You understand what I'm saying? Everything is just a story. It's just history now.
Right on.
Man, she was a friend of mine. I believe we had known each other since when I came to Eastside, went to Purpose Age, like 2nd grade. We went to 2nd grade together. Moved around different schools. Went to Cunningham together. Went to Northshore High School together. But we wasn't doing no dating. It was more so a friend. And maybe around 2009, 10, we got back in touch with each other, whatever the case might be, and we formed a bond. We formed a friendship. And end up getting married 2014. Okay. End up getting married 2014. And I will say this, man. To anybody out there that is married, it's a beautiful thing. First and foremost, you understand? I'm for it. I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. It's good when it's good. You understand what I'm saying? And I do believe that it'll be good long as the man is a man within the relationship. Pouring into that relationship just like he pour into anything else that he desires to have and that he loves. I'm going to say that first and foremost. I ain't the one to tear no lady down, tear no man down. I'm going to just say what we can do, not what you can't do. You feel me? So, but yeah, marriage was very good for me. It added some structure to my life that I never had before. You understand what I'm saying? I had never been the structural type guy. I never came in the house at a certain time. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? I never worked a 9 to 5 job and made the money that I made to where I provided for a whole household. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My 3 step-kids, my biological son, my 2 nephews. You understand? It was good. Yeah. Life was good. You understand what I'm saying? It was good until I got off course. That's what I will say. You understand what I'm saying? And I ain't afraid to say it. I went through infidelity. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? That was what was detrimental within my my marriage. You understand what I'm saying? And I didn't nurture the marriage. You understand what I'm saying? I was not mature enough. Yeah. You know, I believe I was on course at a point in time, but I didn't have the discipline. Yeah. You understand? When things got a little too good, I started to do me. Yeah. I got off course. You understand? So
you feel like you too comfortable. You feel like everything going good. You be like, man, I can do a little something over here, do a little something over here, because everything all right at home. Ain't nobody going to miss nothing. Ain't nobody going to see nothing that's out of place. So, and that's men, right? We all fall short of the glory. We ain't all perfect. We ain't going to be perfect until the day that we leave here. He didn't make us in that image. He didn't make us in that light. So we are not going to be perfect, right? When it boiled down to it, what ultimately happened that hey man, we gotta go on part ways?
Well, man, you know, I had went through a time where we had separated for a while. You know what I'm saying? In the time of us separating, you know, I had started back hustling. You know what I'm saying, on the side. Like, when I was married, my wife didn't go for none of that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's not the man who I married. That's not the man who you said you were going to be. You said you were going to lead this household according to the laws and the rules and regulations and commandments of God. Yeah. And that's what I had committed to. Yeah. That's what I said. That's what I was doing for a while. But, again, I got out, of course, started hustling on the side. And you know, she finding money here, finding money there. You understand what I'm saying?
This ain't coming from no 9 to 5.
Nah, this ain't coming from no 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? You don't find $8,000 over here.
Yeah, what's going on?
You don't try to throw away the dog food and find money in the dog food bag. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't always holding something for this homeboy.
I
was holding something for a homeboy about 5 times.
Nah, he letting you hold his money like that.
Right. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, while we separated, I went through the stage of doing that, and it continued. So when she was ready to have me back home, I'm like, man, I'm getting it in right now. I'm up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm up. I'm buying minks and, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I had whip out me a Benz and, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good by myself. And so, man, by the time I tried to work it out again, I thought that there was something else, you know what I'm saying, that I had been betrayed by someone, you know what I'm saying, that I thought should be a friend. I thought someone had said something that they shouldn't have said towards or spoke on with my marriage. And I thought that was more detrimental to my marriage than what I done.
Oh, man.
So I'm going to tell you.
That's the immaturity. That's all it is.
I'm going to say this. A man that is married, that is his empire. Mm-hmm. When his empire is threatened, a man going to be enraged and he will react out of rage. You understand? And I reacted out of rage, man. I said some things to this guy, and you know, it just got real bad. It got real messy. You understand what I'm saying, man? I embarrassed myself. I embarrassed her. You know what I'm saying, on social media by me just totally being out of my mind. That was the beginning stages of me losing my mind. You understand? To be totally honest. You know what I'm saying? Going through that divorce, you know what I'm saying? Losing her, you know what I'm saying? The house and all that stuff there. Like, that was the beginning stages. And, you know, what I will do is protect the guy. You know what I'm saying? People know the story.
Yeah.
They know the story. But it was some things that went on, you know what I'm saying? You could call it extortion or whatever the case might be. And I told the guy, say, man, listen, you said what you said, and that damaged my marriage.
So I'm going to need this here.
I'm going to need this.
Come up off that.
I'm going to need 5,000 by tomorrow. Or I'm going to have these youngsters at your doorstep.
He came off of it?
Yeah, he came off. You know what I'm saying? And God forgive me if I'm not saying this in a braggadocious way, but I'm just telling you,
we reminiscing all the time. It's just us, baby.
That was your truth at that moment.
That was my truth at that moment. You understand what I'm saying?
So let me ask you, Uncle Fred, and I like that staple there.
But I did ask for another 5,000 too, a couple days later. So it was 10,000 an hour. You know what I'm saying? It was 10,000.
He came up off of it.
Yeah, he came up off of it.
He came up off it. Man, you crazy, dog.
That's what they were saying. That's what they were saying. He crazy.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? I'm back.
So how did that portion of your life, how did that cater to the emotional literacy that you got from it? You know what I'm saying? As it pertains to whatever, you know, your kids, your parents, how did you go towards that portion of your life from that?
While talking to my ex-wife, one day she said this. After all this stuff went on, I had never heard this word in my life. Mm-hmm. She said, Fred, you all right, you a good dude, but you need to become more emotionally intelligent. And I had heard that from some of my friends. They were like, bro, you love too hard. Like you get emotional when your partners or somebody do something to you. Like that's the part that's scary. Like you will react overboard if you feel like somebody done something to you. Because I'm not going to do that to you.
Yeah, right.
And you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I was expecting who I am out of everybody else. Yeah. And that was not going on. You know what I'm saying? I did that when I was fronting people. You know what I'm saying? Beat a guy up, put him in the hospital. Damn. Because I felt played with. You understand what I'm saying? And so once she said that, and I started going through all these different things, that still stuck with me. Emotionally intelligent. Then I had somebody else tell me, man, you need to detach from your emotions. I tried that. I became a monster. Yeah. It felt like I stopped loving myself. Damn. That's when you know what I'm saying? I grew to a pill addiction. You understand what I'm saying? I'm taking pills to stay up. I'm taking pills to go to sleep. Damn. You understand what I'm saying? I'm destroying myself. And I'm destroying every relationship with everybody that, you know what I'm saying? Friends, they backing up from me. Family, they backing up from me. You understand what I'm saying? Nephew, kid, you know what I'm saying? Kind of looking at me funny because they hearing it. They love Uncle Fred. Yeah. Son love his daddy, but they hearing these things. And, you know, you looking kind of funny. Eyes a little, you know what I'm saying, a little buck. Like, what's going on? Yeah. You understand
You
what
ain't
I'm
the
saying?
Uncle Fred that we know.
No.
Yeah.
And so through all that, when I had the time to deal with me, to sit down, I say, what are your thoughts about you? Yeah. How do you feel about you? Mm-hmm. And I didn't feel anything good at that time. I didn't feel anything good.
Well, that's something to say right there.
You understand what I'm
How
saying?
you feel about you, and I ain't feel nothing good about me at that time. God damn.
I didn't. And that's not the way any of us desire to feel, bro.
100%.
And it's crazy because you before when we were talking, you spoke about how much you enjoy listening to what other people are going through, how much they're prospering, and to get to the point that, and you've been like that since you was young, to get to that point where you can't find anything in yourself that you enjoyed, it's big.
You're dying.
Yeah. You're losing yourself.
Losing yourself.
You know what I'm saying?
As you said, man, I was losing my mind.
Yeah.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? I had been driven from who I am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, man, I had a revelation, right? Just, y'all follow me real quick. Y'all remember the movie Lion King? Mm-hmm. I was sitting down, man. This is something God had gave me, man. I was sitting there, and I was like, man, he showed me Simba. Y'all remember when Simba's dad died, Mufasa had died, right? Mm-hmm. And Scar told him, he said, run away, Simba, and never return, right? Mm-hmm. So I had started looking at it from a spiritual point of view. Simba was out there in the wilderness, eating with a rat and a pig.
Damn right.
Eating shrubs. But he's the son of a king. He's the son of a king, but he's out there in the wilderness eating with shrubs with a rat and a pig.
Yeah.
I took that as being driven out of my rightful mind. You understand what I'm saying? Because he was driven from a place to where he's supposed to be. Yeah. Until he seen, what was the monkey name? Graffiti? Graffiti?
Yeah.
Okay, he seen him. And he say, I'm not the one confused. You don't even know who you are. And he said, I oppose you do. I said, yeah, you Mufasa's boy. So in that revelation, God showed me, you my son, you know what I'm saying? Greater is he that is in you than he that's in the world. So I started to realize who I was, because at that same point, he began to show me even more of that movie. Remember, he took Simba to the water. Yeah. He said, look. He said, I don't see nothing but my reflection. He said, no, look closer.
Look farther, look closer. Man, come on, man.
It wasn't until he seen the Father inside of him. When he seen it, when he recognized it, when he understood the Father was inside of him, then he could hear from him.
Yeah.
He began to hear from him. From the sky, he told him, remember who you are. Whoa, man, when I got that, man, I'm talking about this is what helped me change my life.
That's crazy.
To where I'm at. Because soon as he did that, he went back.
Went back home.
He went back home, and
Went
guess
back to
what?
the Pride
Defeated
Land.
everything that was going on. I took it at everything that was going on within his mind that was holding him back.
Yeah.
The
that
land
had him ran away, that had him out there with
drove him out of his rightful mind.
It goes,
he faced his fears.
At the end of the day, man, you the person in your way.
Yeah.
Wherever you want to go, whatever you want to get to, you're gonna be the person in your way until you learn how to not be in your own way.
Say, Uncle Fred, that's a powerful message you just came. I don't think I'm ever look at Simba the same. I ain't gonna never look at Lion King the same. That's powerful, brother.
Man, that's
very powerful, bro.
That's for all of us, bro.
And now you sitting here back at the Pride Land.
Come on, man.
Back in your right mind.
Come on, man.
Back where you supposed to be. Mind in the right space. Taking care of what Uncle Fred's supposed to be taking care of, man. How do you feel current day after being through all that you done been through? What are some of the things, the takeaways that you sitting now today in this seat as Uncle Fred, the leader, the sponsor, the guy that kids could look up to, everything that you done been through, everything that you done faced, man, and to look at you, man, you look good.
Thank you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You're talking good. I can sense that your mind is in the right space. How you feeling, brother?
Man, I feel like the kingdom of heaven is at hand, man.
Come on,
now. I feel like I'm increasing and growing each and every day by my perspective on realizing I have a lot to learn. Each and every day I wake up and say, you have a lot to learn. I asked, I say, man, renew my vows to wisdom as continuous as the day turns to night, man. Every day, I want to seek to learn, to understand what's going on with me. Yeah. First and foremost, you understand? Every day, I want to understand what's going on with me. You understand? And then from there on, I can reflect and I can apply the things, the wisdom and knowledge that I have to my everyday lifestyle. Then I can be able to help somebody else.
There it is.
You understand? Because I understand who I am.
Yeah.
And now just desire to show more life and love to everybody. Each and every day, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The same love y'all showing me is what I want to be able to reciprocate back to y'all and to anybody else we come in contact with, bro.
And everything that you embodying right now, you're going to be able to do that, man. Get you right, get your mind right, that you've shown, that you are doing, and your arms and your reach going to be able to reach out there and touch whatever you want to touch, brother. And I put that over you.
Man, I claim it.
I claim it, bro. I put
that
over you.
Yeah.
I'm
I
telling
claim it for each and every one of those, for everything, for all our endeavors, for just us part, for what's going on individually in your life, for your son basketball, for your wife, real, for you, for your child. You understand what I'm saying? I claim that over all of, I claim increase. I claim advancement. You understand? I claim growth, prosperity, because, bro, to be totally honest, man, it's a fullness of everything out there. Once we place our mind on we already have all that we need to get what we want, you know what I'm saying? Once we apply the discipline to our desires, it shorten that distance. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
Once we apply the discipline to our desires, it shorten that distance. Man, you done dropped some gems up in here.
Man, that's what it's about. I ain't gonna shut now.
And again, right? We were talking before we started, right? Before you got here. If you want something, you're going to get it. You're going to figure out how to get there. We came into this, we started this this podcast, no experience, not knowing what we was doing. Fave had his experience. I'm an avid watcher of podcasts, listener, however you want to say it, but we figured it out.
Yeah,
we put the work in. Yeah, like
it's consistency every day, man. Every day. And what's crazy, man? I don't know how, but your messages was like in the filtered messages. And I don't even know what took me to the messages that day. I hit on something. I said, damn, there's people over here and I saw your message and I sent it to them because I didn't know. And then he was like, man, I know him, you know what I'm saying, but let me, do some research. 2 things came back. I was like, man, I'm sold. Yeah. Bring them on.
Yeah.
Because,
I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm sold. Bring them on.
Sandra was the other one. Sandra Gobert.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Avery.
And that's funny because I was just talking to Peter through Facebook.
I was like, I'm sold, man. Bring him on. He sound like he got a story. And that's what this is about, man. I really appreciate it, man. And before we get out of here, before we close out, man, this has been an honor to me. This has been a great episode, man. You done dropped some gems. Is there anything else you would like to speak about, man?
Yeah, what you got going on?
What you got going on? What you looking forward to? You know what I mean?
Yes, man. Here in the near future, like I say, started a program, nonprofit, called D-Lo, in honor of my nephew, developing emotional literacy outreach. What we will be doing is I've reached out to a couple of people. We're looking for this summer to be our first year, because we just started, getting up and going, to be able to take kids on a field trip. You understand what I'm saying? Because what we want to do is be able to develop those skills of how to use our mind. You know what I'm saying? To identify how we think about ourselves and how to control, you understand, our emotions. To not allow our emotions to override our reasoning. Yeah. That is the whole thing. That is our goal, not only for our youth, but for our parents as well. You understand? That's a goal for us. I actually have a speaking engagement that I will be doing here in the near future. I believe it's in July for a nonprofit organization. I believe it's man.
Take your time, man.
Yeah, I'm about to say, give me some time. Because man, that's another blessing on how she came about. Because I knew nothing of this lady, and she looked at a couple of my posts, and she contacted me, and she says that she has a nonprofit organization that provides assistance for teenage parents. Mm-hmm. So again, her name is Montreal Sheltrick Peterson. Okay. Montreal Sheltrick Peterson. So if you have any teenage parents that's out there that may need any assistance, contact her and her nonprofit organization. They have a luncheon event that will be going on May 11th. Okay. And that will be at Terry High School, and it's Peterson's Place, 1923 Incorporated. That is the name of the organization, man. I want to say thank you, Ms. Peterson and her husband. Thank you all for the opportunity. I want to say thank you, brothers, man. It's been a pleasure, man. Yeah. Like I say, I appreciate the service y'all provide to all of us out there, man, because I'm gaining something from looking and listening to you all. You understand? Not only y'all dropping jewels about life, you understand what I'm saying, testimonies and all that, y'all are actually giving motivation for people to drive and do what they want to do. All you just said is y'all learned. Yeah. You put your mind to it, and y'all started to figure it out on the way. Yeah. That goes to show us right along with what D-Lo stands for. You understand? Y'all put your mind to it. You controlled your thoughts to be able to do it, and you figured it out along the way, man. So, again, blessings. I want to send, again, my condolences out to VG's family, man, and the whole Northshore community. 100%. You know, just us part,
Just us part, baby.
Just us part, man. Going up, baby.
Yeah, going up. I'm trying to tell you. This has been episode 52, and this has been one of my favorites.
I was gonna say
just
this
sitting here doing it. Yeah. We ain't even done. It ain't even out yet. But this personally, for sure, has been one of my favorites. Bro, you dropped a lot of jewels. Man, we appreciate you, brother. Man. We appreciate you, brother. For real. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Whole lot of Eastside shit going on over here.
See, here you go. That's what I said over here. Hey, episode 52, Just Us Part, man. Stay tuned. This episode will be out Tuesday, Wednesday, and it's gonna be rolling with the clips, man. Y'all will see us, man. We out.
Here's the thing, it's just us.
Damn. Hey, that one, I ain't gonna lie to you, brother.
Was you crazy though, baby? That was only an hour.
Bruh, when it's good.
That shit felt like 2 hours. Am I wrong?
When it did.